KP classes dedicated to excellence.
Hello everyone, welcome back to our YouTube channel. In the previous video, I told you why is it so important to solve previous year questions. Now many of you ask what is the correct way of doing this. Now there is no correct way of solving previous year question papers, but yes, I do have a few tips and tricks for you which will make this preparation very good and very effective. So today's topic, how to solve previous year question papers. Number 1. Let's say this is the question paper that we are talking about, and one of the question is primary colors are. Okay. Now in the color theory, you know what primary colors are, you know what secondary colors are, you know what tertiary colors are. Now red, green, blue, red, green, yellow, red, violet, yellow, red, blue, yellow. Let's say you know the answer. It is going to be red, blue and yellow. These are the primary colors. Now, next question. No. Wrong way of solving previous year question paper. Once you see a particular question, once you know the answer to that, your job does not end over there. What you have to do is go into the detail of that particular topic or go into the detail of the options. Let me show you one example. This is the color wheel based on which we talk about the primary colors. Which are the primary colors? You already know. Blue, yellow and red. Okay. In this particular color wheel, what all are you able to see apart from this? You are able to see secondary colors. How many secondary colors are there? 3. What are they? They are violet, orange and green. Does your work end here? No. How far are they from each other in the color wheel? Then you have to go into the details of tertiary colors as well. These all are tertiary colors. What is the difference between primary color and a secondary color? What is the difference between primary, secondary and tertiary color? You have to understand all of these things. Apart from that, what are complementary colors? What are analogous colors? What is triadic, square, rectangular or tetradic or split complementary? So this is to show that you have to go into the details of the topic that you came across in the previous year question paper. Next, identify the mirror image of the given word. Okay. Now, PROGRESS. So you have PROGR has been done already, E and S. These many letters. Okay, you have to understand the mirror image of that. Does your work end here? Of course, you know that it does not. P mirror image is this. R mirror image looks something like this, and so on. You work on that, you identify the correct answer. Next step, A, B, C, D till X, Y, Z. Practice mirror image of all of this well beforehand. It should not be that you are wasting a lot of time imagining the mirror image of these letters. Okay. Then the mirror line was over here in this particular question. What if the mirror line is here? Is the mirror image going to be something like this? Obviously not. If the mirror line is here, you are going to get the mirror image something like this. So you need to know what the mirror image is. Does your work end here? No. There are questions. Now with respect to mirror image, what are different kind of questions are asked? You have to understand that. For example, mirror image with respect to a 2D image. Okay, you could be given, let's say, something like this. Something like this, probably. And you have to find out the mirror image. It could be that you are given a 3D object or a complex 3D object and you have to find out the mirror image of that. Once you have practiced all of this mirror image and you've understood what are different kind of questions are asked, you've practiced them enough, now your work is done. And while solving the previous year questions, you have to move forward in this manner. Next. Now another trick. V7 concept of Chandigarh city is associated with which architect? So V7 concept. What is the V7 concept? What does V stand for? What does V1, V2 and so on till V7? What do each of these stand for? Now Chandigarh. Where is this particular city? What is the importance of this particular city? Are there any important monuments? Are there any important or iconic buildings in this particular city is the next topic. Then, which architect? So, who is the planner of this particular city? The answer is Le Corbusier. Okay. Now, you have to go into the details of the works of Le Corbusier. What concept does he work on? What style does he follow? Where all he has worked? Has he worked in India? Yes, we know that he was a planner of Chandigarh. Apart from that, what all projects has he taken up in India or outside India? You have to understand all of these things. Next, Frank Gehry. Again, what concept does he work on? Style, where, etc. Which are their iconic buildings? Now, where are they located? What is the structural style of each of these buildings and so on? Next, Zaha Hadid, again following the similar pattern. Patrick Geddes, again following the similar pattern. So, I have seen many of the students completing the previous year question paper in, let's say, half an hour, 1 hour. Okay. Now you know that a complete understanding of previous year question paper does take a lot of time. Let's say to one question you give 5 minutes, to another question you give 10 minutes. To a question you can also dedicate an entire day if you go in the details of this. Now ma'am, previous year question papers are never repeated. Why do you ask us to solve this? Again, the answer is first of all in the previous video, and I tell you to answer the previous year questions because of this. It could be that this particular year they are asking about Le Corbusier, but in the next year they may ask you about Zaha Hadid. You will regret if you do not solve all these previous year question papers in detail. It could be that you knew it was in front of your eyes. It's just that you did not go into the details of this, and because of this silly, mistake that you've done, you lose some marks in the examination. That should not be the case. So, having said that, you have to solve these questions in a holistic manner. You have to look into each and every detail while solving these question papers. We have launched a 51-day course for NATA and JEE preparation. Now, it's not that it's a 51-day course, so you'll be getting only 51 videos to prepare for this examination. We provide you 200 plus learning material. Every year, NATA syllabus, JEE syllabus gets updated a little. Certain changes are made in the syllabus and the exam pattern. We will make you aware of that. Next, there are going to be 84 video lectures. It's not that it's going to be 51. Everything that's get added into your syllabus, into your work, will be also uploaded in this particular section. Then you have 67 tests. I cannot emphasize this enough that practice is the key. Be it the folding, unfolding type of questions, be it the mirror image kind of questions, or be it tessellation kind of questions. In general, the architecture aptitude questions take a lot of practice. First of all, so that you do not make any silly mistakes. Also, so that you solve these questions quickly. So for that, you require a lot of practice sheets, practice questions and test series which will be provided to you in this 51-day course. Now the link to enroll for this particular course has been given in the description box. Without any further delay, go there and enroll yourself as quick as possible so that you can have a holistic, better and the most effective preparation for this NATA and JEE examination. Thank you for listening patiently to this particular video. For more such informative videos, subscribe to our YouTube channel. Thank you.